Welcome back guys to part 20 of my 100% Paragon walkthrough in Mass Effect 3. We've got the Prothean in our disposal. I'm just about to check the war assets to see how much Eden Prime contributed last part. Come on. Scan, Shepard, scan. This is the worst part of the Normandy. Why did they include this? What is the point? Of course I'm Shepard. Of course I am. Don't need to scan me to prove that. Alliance is looking really strong. We've got so much. Eden Prime support. I knew it contributed a lot. 100. We've got 100. In the Crucible. That was the stuff that we that we got in the same system as the Prothean DLC as well. So you get the 100 if you do that mission plus another 75, 15, 90. Another 90 just for opening that system. My voice sounds kind of weird.
Commander.
Private. That's really helpful in our war against the Reapers. But because the 50% galactic readiness is still nowhere near enough. I'm hoping I don't need to do too many multiplayer games, if at all.
So a Prothean? A real live Prothean? Has Liara stopped bouncing yet? I'm guessing there may have been some bouncing. Commander?
Was there bouncing though?
How's our new visitor adjusting to the ship, Edie?
He appears not to understand the human custom of separate-sex restroom facilities. I am attempting to enlighten him. I will update you if there is positive progress.
How about you just update me if he doesn't get the message?
Very well. Hello, Shepard.
Okay, so Protheans had same-sex restrooms. Fair enough. Jog, Shepard. Hurry up and jog.
Those poor colonists on Eden Prime. First the Geth attack, now Cerberus. For what it's worth, our new crew member doesn't need a translator himself, but he shared a Prothean language tutorial program. It was apparently designed for servant races being inducted into the Empire. Charming cultural clue. Commander?
So basically Javik is an inconvenience to everyone. Just because he's a Prothean. Come on. It's cool. 50,000-year-old species, the last survivor of the last Reaper invasion. As he said, that's his one goal, to destroy the Reapers. A very valuable asset. Everyone's at their normal positions.
Commander.
Okay, you've got nothing to say. You'll probably have nothing to say ever. I wonder if Morn will mention the Prothean.
Certainly possible. Would require strengthening exercises. Get muscles to support.
Oh, I've heard that.
Eve ready for travel to Tuchanka.
Nice talking with you, Morton.
Continuing to...
Right. They've got nothing to say because Eve will have nothing new either. Garrus will have something to say though. Hopefully. Come on. Hurry up. There we go.
Seen a lot of crazy things in my time on the Normandy, Shepard. A talking Reaper, a talking plant, and now a real live talking Prothean. Hell of a thing. Waking up to find everything you know is destroyed. But I imagine the chance to get some payback is consolation. Doubt you and I will ever get a second chance against the Reapers. What do you suppose the Prothean eats? What if it's boiled asari with a side of fried Turian? I don't know about Liara, but I'm not taking that one for the team.
Aw.
If this war goes south, maybe we could freeze you for 50,000 years, Shepard. You could go from being merely famous to legendary. How's it going?
Hopefully that's a clue. Shepard's Mass Effect 4 reveal confirmed. No, they're moving on from that, unfortunately.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
It's such a mistake to not include Shepard. Pause this if you want to read it, remember? 3, 2, 1.
A Prothean. A living, breathing Prothean right below me.
He's not what I expected.
Me neither. He was a little cold when I tried to talk. I understand the shock of waking up again. His species gone. But a Prothean, Shepard. There's so much he could tell us. Hello, Shepard.
If we get anything here, I don't want to get the biotic implants. Means a Reaper Destroyer. I want a discount. Wow, what is that jog all about there? Did you guys see that? It was like in slow-mo. I doubt any of the engineers will have anything to say. Allers might, but and I think Javik is on this floor as well, so we'll have plenty to talk about to him. What is with that? Every time.
Our newest crew member.
You mean the biggest story in 50,000 years that I can in no way talk about?
So you have seen him. Just wondering.
Commander. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
At least there was a conversation there. Fair enough.
So I hear the elusive man drinks bourbon. It all makes sense now.
What do you mean? You love whiskey.
Scotch, my dear girl. That scunner drinks American bourbon. Completely different.
He's a psychotic megalomaniac, and you've got problems with his choice of liquor?
You've obviously never experienced the peat aroma of a fine Ely Scotch.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Shepard.
My board is green.
Okay.
You're saying they survived into this cycle?
Yes. We called them Collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones he encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes. I suppose it was.
So much has been lost. So much has changed. And yet the Reapers are still here. For me, it was only yesterday. Our empire spanned the galaxy. Now we are only a myth. I still have much to learn about this cycle.
That's surprising that you're not saying as much as I thought you would. At least you mentioned the Collectors though with Liara. Never forget Mass Effect 2. Never forget.
Just verifying our parts backlog. Sir.
Okay.
I still can't believe it. A real live Prothean. Doc must be over the moon.
You could say that.
I hear the guy's not all there. Exactly. Damn. I can't imagine. Brought forward 50,000 years. Last of your kind. That's bound to screw with your mind.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping he can help us with the Reapers. I'll bet the elusive man's boiling in his brandy right about now. Took that Prothean right out from under him. Hey.
Oh, that's disappointing. Not as much Prothean talk as I expected. What an anticlimax. Right, we'll see what is what then. What is what? Who is who? Eden Prime. We'll never need to see you again. Unless you're in Mass Effect 4. Maybe. 200% in every scenario so far. Or 0%. Either way, it's neat. We've not got much left. Have to go back to Chunka, I guess. We'll do the N7 mission first of all, the Cerberus presence. We'll get that out of the way, because that's, from what I remember, is a short mission, but it could be the scenario that it was that stupid Benning massacre, and it isn't as short as I want. We'll use Javik for the first time, and Liara, because Liara and Javik, Asari, that loves Prothean. I don't know. First time I'm not taking Garrus when I could have. Apart from that one time. I use Garrus the majority of the time anyway, guys. Relax, relax. Right, remember the 3 for everything rule, and then we see what, like, would be best to upgrade beyond that point. It's just so slow to upgrade. The grind is real. Right, I want to upgrade this as well, so health and shield. I'm going with that. Slam is useful with singularity. And we'll upgrade this pool. Why not? Because we can. I'm taking Liara and Garrus to cure the genophage though.
Shepard services landing forces away from the Tuchanka battlefields. Their target seems to be an ancient ground-to-space cannon facility that hasn't been used since the Krogan rebellions. The site has no obvious military advantage, and the Krogan are spread too thin to deal with it.
Do we know what Cerberus is up to?
No, but we do know that Cerberus doesn't act without a plan. Get in there and stop them. Find out what they're up to while you're at it.
We'll get it done.
See to it. Hack it out.
Looks like Cerberus got that cannon operational, Commander. I'll go back up, get a read on what they're shooting at.
Get on it. All right, let's find the control room for those cannons. Kill anything in our way.
This I can do.
Commander, I have a visual on an inbound Cerberus cruiser. The cannon fire is clearing the way. If that ship makes it to bombardment range, the Krogan resistance is in trouble.
Ow.
Keep track of it, Lieutenant.
On it.
That was unnecessary. Let's see the singularity slash slam thing. I have no idea how I did not die there. You'd think Cerberus will have learned by now rather than just attack Shepard head on. Even though we did catch him by surprise this time. Oh no. That's not what I want. Not what I want at all. Oh no, not combat engineers. No, no, no. Oh my god, one set up a turret. My worst nightmare. Oh, I hate turrets. I hate them so much. I can flank, can't I?
Fall back to the control room.
Lol, no. I'll need to change armor soon, because there's obviously upgraded. Oh, that was a fail.
Not the kind of Krogan relic I expected to find.
They're pulling the plug.
You'll need to get the power back on.
Oh, of
Let's
course
move.
we will. Nothing's ever that simple. Is there anything down here? No. That's disappointing. Why are you sleeping on the job?
We got resistance here. Take to position.
Why does Liara keep getting down? She's probably running into the turret over there. Ah, I can't be bothered with that now. Just can't. I can't even, guys. I just can't. Can't even. Nemesis are really difficult on insane difficulty, guys. Like, you want to avoid them at all costs. And take them out. Don't take them out like that did.
Power to the main console. Heading back now.
Take them out like from a distance with a sniper rifle, a high-powered one that you feel comfortable with, and it's stable. That's what's best against Nemesis. And always take cover when they have that like laser target sight, because that's quite fast and quite powerful if it hits you on insane or insanity, whatever it's called.
Cannon control restored. Targeting enabled. Coordinates, Lieutenant. Firing.
That works.
Direct starboard hit, Commander. Target breaking up. Repeat. Direct hit.
Dead and buried.
All right. Good work, everyone.
As is done. That wasn't that far. Like, that wasn't that long, sorry. And no one will say anything, we only need to feed our fish this time, because it's an N7 one. No one speaks about it.
Shepard, with those Krogan cannons operational, Cerberus has actually given us the advantage in that system. The enemy's pulling back, but we think they'll try to seize the facility again.
Seems likely.
I'm sending an Alliance team to keep it secure. They've got a foothold in a strong defensive position, thanks to you.
Glad to hear it.
Good work, Commander. Hack it out.
Basically, Shepard saved the day again. You're welcome, Hackett. New Krogan forces. Not bad. Wonder if Rex will have anything to say about that.
Need something, Shepard?
No?
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime.
Because it was his planet, I thought he might have had a word about it. Right, let's go cure this genophage that people keep talking about.
About your buddy, the one who joined Cerberus. You heard from him?
No, I cut ties. Reported him for whatever good that did. Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander. Commander?
Oh, it was the Benning people. Okay. Again, pause if you want to read. I'm gonna say that for everything in case like there's a new person in the video or whatever. The Shroud facility. Cure the genophage. This mission is one of the best in the game.
Hostiles detected at the landing coordinates.
In my opinion.
Joker, what have you got?
Sensors show a Reaper parked at the Shroud facility. No way you're gonna be able to land a shuttle there.
Get everyone assembled in the war room. I want eyes on the Shroud.
Aye, aye, sir.
New form of Reaper, Shepard, using Shroud to poison Tuchanka's atmosphere. Problematic.
They want to fight. They just got one.
Primarch, we're gonna need your help.
That could be difficult. Our losses on Palaven have been catastrophic.
We're doing this for Palaven. No one said it would be easy.
What do you have in mind?
A combined attack. Your people hit the Reaper with an airstrike. Rex, at the same time, your soldiers will be attacking from the ground. Together, you can draw it away from the tower.
Yes, distraction. Small team can reach Shroud facility, finish synthesizing cure. We'll need Eve to come with us.
We've never faced a Reaper up close like this. Everyone on board?
There's even a doubt? Let's move, Pyjack. It's time to cure the genophage.
Commander, incoming message marked urgent. I'll put it in the comm room for you.
Dalatrus?
Commander Shepard, we know you've reached Tuchanka. And by now, I imagine Morden Solus has proposed using the Shroud.
Are you spying on us?
Hardly. The Shroud is the only viable course of action open to you. Commander, you can't allow your misguided sympathy for the Krogan to cloud your judgment. Do you honestly believe curing the genophage will end in lasting peace?
We have to give the Krogan that chance. You can't condemn an entire race to extinction based on what might happen.
What will happen is the Krogan will reproduce out of control. We uplifted them specifically for their violent nature, not their diplomatic skills. Another war is inevitable.
What do you want, Dalatrus?
Years ago, our operatives sabotaged the Shroud facility to ensure what you're planning couldn't be done. Morden will likely detect this malfunction and repair it. But if you ensure that he doesn't, then the cure's viability will be altered just enough so that it fails. No one will notice the change.
You mean trick the Krogan?
They need not be any the wiser. Let Urdnot Rex believe you fulfilled your promise.
Morden would never stand for that.
How you deal with him is up to you, Commander. We can provide you our very best scientists to build the Crucible, and the full support of our fleets.
If I sabotage the cure.
Think about it, Commander. The choice is yours.
No. I will not be a pawn in your game. F you, bitch. It's so depressing having only 5 people at the moment. I preferred it when it was like 10 or 12, how many it was. Let's use the particle rifle. And mod it. Wow, that percentage though. Wow. Let's go with this, see what happens. Just 2 weapons. Not upgrading Shepard at the moment. Garrus we can't. Liara we can't. There we go. That works out. But yeah, I'm really curious as to how 2 weapons will work. Hopefully it's enough. There'll be plenty of ammo anyway, so...
I've ordered the clans to assemble at the Hollows. It's our sacred meeting ground. We'll land there and take an armored convoy against the Reaper. This will be the defining moment of Krogan history.
Krogan history filled with defining moments. Most bloody. Hope this one better.
Commander, you seem troubled.
I got a message from them.
Rex, it's Reeve. The Reapers are already at the Hollows. Come out with guns blazing.
Hang on tight. We're heading in.
If Rex dies in Vermeer in Mass Effect 1, Reeve is the Krogan leader, and he's quite an a-hole compared to Rex. Tank
Shepard,
them out.
Keep them away from the female. I'll sort out what's happening with the other clans.
Everyone pick your targets and keep an eye on our 6. Now move!
Here they come!
Push forward. Don't let them get up here.
Shepard, it's ugly over here. Whatever you do, keep them away from the female.
I love Dominate. It is really useful. Oh, it's no point in trying to get them. They do not want to be killed.
We almost got them all.
They'll sing battle songs about this someday. Reaper blood has finally soaked our soil.
We have to get to the Shroud. The airstrike is on its way.
Female safe, Shepard. Vitals are strong.
What's a Solarian doing here? Nobody said anything about this.
Multiple Krogan. Problematic.
Who are you?
Erdnot Reeve, brood brother to our illustrious leader. Reeve and I share the same mother, and nothing else. For which I'm thankful. I remember what it means to be a true Krogan. We flay our enemies alive and drown them in a geyser of their own blood. We don't invite them into our home.
The Solarian is not your enemy. He's here to help cure the genophage.
His kind gave us the genophage. Why should we trust him? Because I do. And so will you.
You can stay here and let old wounds fester as Krogan have always done. Or you can fight the enemy you were born to destroy, and win a new future for our children. I choose to fight. Who will join me?
I will.
And so will I. Now hold your heads high like true Krogan. There's a Reaper that needs killing!
See what I mean about being awesome? One of the best missions of this game. Of this trilogy even.
This is Turian Wing Artemec. Our flight vector to the Shroud is locked. We're 10 minutes out and counting.
Copy that, Artemec. We're on our way, trying to make up lost time. Shepard out.
Reed isn't the only Krogan who wants revenge for the Genophage, Rex. You'll have to placate them somehow.
I'll demand the Council return some of our old territory. We'll need room to expand. Recapture the glory of the Ancients.
Glory of Ancients led to Krogan rebellions, countless deaths, creation of Genophage. Expansion plan, problematic.
What were the ancient Krogan like?
Tuchanka wasn't always a wasteland. In the old times, the Krogan were a proud people. We had dreams, a future to look forward to.
Until Solarian interference?
No, we destroyed Tuchanka ourselves. Technology changed us. It made life too easy. So we looked for new challenges, and found them in each other. Nuclear war was inevitable.
And now our planet is rubble. We'll need a better place to live.
I'd say helping defeat the Reapers would be worth a new planet.
Or 10. You haven't seen how fast we can pop them out.
Rex.
What? With the Genophage cured, we'll have a lot of catching up to do.
Commander, on the shuttle, was there something you were going to say?
The Dalatraz tried to cut a secret deal with me.
What kind of deal?
She said they sabotaged the Shroud years ago. The cure won't work unless we fix it.
Years ago, our operatives sabotaged the Shroud facility to ensure what you're planning couldn't be done.
And she thought we wouldn't know better?
Correctly. Would likely have fooled tests, but familiar with STG work, can adjust. Did not come this far for nothing.
You just spared our race another genocide, Commander.
I told you we could count on him. Why are we stopping?
Rex, you and Morden stay with Eve. It's looking ugly out here.
Will do.
Plus 21 Paragon. Awesome. Right.
Look at that reef. It's the end of the world out there.
Not gonna use that now. Or just now. Or should we? Actually, why not?
And remember to bring it back when you're done. What's happening, Shepard? We can't sit around like this.
Is he saying anything?
This combustion manifold isn't going to last long. Let's get moving.
The lack of subtitles there. Right, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Next part, we will be over there curing the Genophage.
Shepard, we need to find out what's
and killing that thing. Okay, Garrus, one sec. And we'll kill that thing. I'll see you next time for more, and I hope you have a nice day.